Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Kristen Finley, registered licensed dietitian and the owner of Be Well 365, and this is our lifestyle change series, Think, Eat, and Move Right. Today is episode number 2. We call it Think Right. And we'll talk about number 2 and number 3 on the agenda. You can download the agenda from the website, look under products and then handouts down at the bottom. And we did make a slight change to the agenda. We changed number 11 into today's episode. So lifestyle change starts as a thought, and often it's a negative thought because of health or weight issues, right? But before we can start making lifestyle change, that thought must become a decision. Sometimes that means adjusting the way that we think about lifestyle change. So to get that right mindset and make the decision to stay committed, let's take a fresh approach. So healthy, sensible eating is not a plan we go on and off. So it's not a diet to create forced weight loss. Eating right is about adopting habits that work for us rather than against us. There is no right or wrong way to eat. Healthy eating is all about balance, consistency, and moderation. There are no bad foods. All foods can fit into a healthy eating plan. The greatest barrier to adopting healthy eating habits is guilt. We feel guilty about that so-called bad food. But getting off our regular eating plan is an essential part of a healthy eating plan. I'm going to repeat that. Getting off our regular eating plan is an essential part of a healthy eating plan. That means it's okay to splurge. It's okay to go crazy sometimes and enjoy it. Eating should be a pleasurable experience. Healthy eating patterns can only occur when we are enjoying all the food that we're eating and accepting that perfection is not necessary. We don't have to be an A student. We can be a C student and still be successful. We don't need to cook and eat every meal at home. Special skills are not necessary when dining out, but since we eat out more than ever before, we teach a decision-making process to use at home or when dining out, and you'll be learning a lot more about that in the next episodes. Exercise is not something we do only at the gym. Movement, physical activity, and even structured exercise must become a way of life, laced in and throughout our day, every day, until it's second nature, no matter what age. So it doesn't matter how old we get, it's never too late to start or restart exercise. My mom is 93. I take her to the Y twice a week, and that just started in the last year. So it's never too late. So how do we get started? Well, it takes about 6 months to make a lifestyle change, and we teach journaling to stay on track. So, get a neat journal that you have fun, writing in. You're going to make one food and one activity change every single week and then write it down. Practice them to create habits. Jot down your food and your activity recall at the end of the day, and that will alert you. For example, when you've been skipping fruits and vegetables too often, or you've been sedentary too many days in a row. At the end of 6 months, you'll have 40 to 50 new habits, and that's a lifestyle change. Now, you don't have to keep a journal forever, but if you fall off the plan, it's so easy to get restarted. And it's also fun to go back and see how far you've come. So that brings us to number 2 on the agenda, creation. To get your mind set in the right direction, I want you to think about when man first arrived. Okay, so we were hunters and gatherers with a nomadic lifestyle populating the earth. We were physically moving the majority of the day, and we required nutrition every few hours to have the energy necessary to populate the earth. We weren't skipping meals all day and grazing all night. None of you are doing that, right? We ate more plant food than animal food, and probably the first animal food was fish. We drank only water, maybe a plant milk or a thistle milk occasionally. But, we did not have soda, blue Gatorade, or pink lemonade. We slept closer to 10 hours a day, probably from dusk until dawn before we discovered fire. We weren't staying up all night watching TV and on social media. Nobody's doing that either, right? We worked as a group. We had socialization with other humans versus isolation because we needed each other to survive. So I'm not saying that we go back to prehistoric days. What I'm saying is that we were created to eat small, frequent meals, to drink mostly water, to be moving all throughout our day, and to socialize with others. When we respect and understand the human body in that manner, lifestyle change becomes a bit easier. It's never easy. We know that for sure. But hopefully over the next month or so, I'm going to be able to teach you how it's not as hard as we think, and we're going to get you there. There are a lot of resources on our website to give you a deeper understanding of the change process. Please check out our ebook, Behavior Change, and our blog, Personal Spring Cleaning. Also, the handout, Increased Daily Movement, will get your mind thinking about how to sneak in and poke in extra movement all throughout your day. That's all for today. Please join us next Thursday at 3:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, when we will start the Eat Right portion of the series. And next week will be a little bit longer streaming session, so plan for that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.